Alright, Commanders, welcome back to Ranked Play with Matthremar. This is episode 16. It is also round 2 of our Mind Corruptor with the Eyes of the Ancient One. This is the original configuration of that mythic artifact. It's about to be changed tomorrow morning with the patch notes, as we explained in the previous video. So if you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave those below. If you have any builds you want me to try, you're welcome to submit them. I can't guarantee that I'll try them, but if it intrigues me, I will certainly give it a go. Alright, let's dive right in. I have a few more to show you from the series of videos that I recorded over the past few days. Okay, this is QAQ. Let's take a quick peek at what he's got going on. Okay, we got a lot of chaos units with a few nature and order units mixed in, but it's mostly chaos. So we've got 2 crows that are in their bat skin, and we've got 2 hammer throwers and 1 shield bearer. So that's 5 points of not chaos units. So that Skull of the Necrolord is not going to benefit those units. The Primal Warhorn, however, will benefit from all the high units, or high body units that he's got. So there's going to be a lot of attack power there. It's level 3, so he's going to be getting 0.8% attack power bonus for any body over the 60 body base threshold, and that's a lot of bodies. So this is meant to be a quick Zerg build with this Blessed Bomb bot to kind of give it a refresh partway through and hopefully finish the push. There's not a single unit in there, as far as I can tell, that's a 2-point unit, so they're all 1-point common units. So let's take a peek, see how we do. Alright, the eyes pop, I start to get his Fire Knights, and we're already starting to see a whole lot of eyes peeking in and out here. Yeah, see, there they go. Lots of procs. And again, a note on the Mind Corruptor who just died. The mythic artifact will proc off of anything that's mind controlled. So again, I think I mentioned this last video. Even a Mind Shroom, Mind Corruptor, it doesn't have to be from the artifact itself. If you mind control something, it will have a chance to proc that spawn of another eye. The issue with that is that they're reducing the proc chance from 30 to 15. So just be wary of that tomorrow morning when they change that in the patch. Okay, so we are working with Solaire. We've got another swarm of sorts. We have the Unholy Trinity again with the Primal Warhorn, the Skull of the Necrolord, and the Devourer. So he's looking to feed a lot of bodies in there to make that Devourer pop. And he's got a lot of chaos units to do it. Okay, this again, I'll reiterate, as I do in a lot of videos, having your Plague Bearers and your Fire Knights, one right on top of the other, they're going to be fighting to apply debuffs. The whole novelty of having either of those units is to apply a debuff. You might as well have shield bearers if you're putting them right next to each other, because they're just going to be switching between buffs. So kind of just pick a buff, guys. The Cannoneer looks to be the only unit that's a 2-point unit. Everything else is just to add bodies to that Primal Warhorn. I don't see any Arcane Archers, so the only Frenzy unit that we really have is that Cannoneer, and sometimes that's all you need, but if the opposing army has a single Arcane Archer, that Cannoneer is probably toast. So if it gets down to the wire, that's going to be problematic for this guy. So yeah, just fighting debuffs, that's the only complaint I have about this, but other than that, you know, just a solid formation. Another thing to note is these Risen Warriors. It's designed in such a way that it's going to catch where a lot of things are going to land. The Arcane Archers on the opposing enemy's team are going to be where the top and bottom rear Risen Warriors are. The Archers on the enemy team would be where these middle ones are. And then the power units kind of end up where these front ones are. You'll end up with a Mind Corruptor or a Stormcaller about in that vicinity on the opposing side. So Excellent placement on the Risen Warriors. I think that's good. But other than that, I just have those other couple of issues, and that's all. So let's see how we do. We'll run them through the meat grinder. Yeah, I started to get a few hammer throwers, and now I'm converting skeletons when they pop, which won't be a thing as of tomorrow morning. But yeah, the eyes are certainly earning their keep. You look right here, and there's a whole bunch of them popping. Look at all those. That's I've got a 29.5% with the roll that I got on that. You can get up to 30%, but I didn't want to spend any more artifact fragments trying to up that up 0.5%. So yeah, he managed to get his Devourer to pop right there at the end, but my EC's got him. So yeah, I would say kind of pick a debuff and maybe get an Arcane Archer in there. But other than that, pretty solid build. Okay, my boy Glut. So used to be in the same clan with this guy. He's a good dude. So okay, let's take a peek real fast. Back up just a smidge. Okay. So we have a Chaos Swarm build, which is meant to buy time. Now you'll notice the placement of the Assassins. That's to catch corner builds, and often you'll be able to burn through enough of the rear guard units to get to a Mind Corruptor or even a Stormcaller. So excellent placement on that. It's kind of, it looks like it's a little forward from the absolute back line, but it may be right there. Yeah, that's pretty much the back line. Then we have, this is the key feature of his setup. He's got 3 Draining Spirits, and they're all very high level. Now, I can guarantee you that he's got Execute 2 times 2 on at least one of those. You don't need them on all 3, because the other ones you want to stack them with damage to get people down on HP to that 30%, because it does stack. If you have 2 rank 2 stones, that's 30% health. If you get something down to that and they're in that radius, they're toast. So other than that, it's he's got his one little contingency down here in the bottom corner with the Arcane Archer. So that's a good insurance policy. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not optimistic that I'm going to do well. See, look, all 3 of those Draining Spirits are level 12. So he's got 2 red slots on each of those. Okay, so I'm switching over a lot of units. Oh, but look, he's got some Entangling Roots underneath all of that. I didn't even see those. So now I'm stuck in the middle of those Entangling Roots. I've turned back, and now I'm facing the other way, going after the Risen Warriors. And he's just biding his time, and as soon as Frenzy pops, those Draining Spirits are going to eat me alive. So yeah, I look great now, but here it is. Frenzy pops, and I'm gone. 30% poof. Yep, so he's got double Execute, rank 2, on at least one of those Draining Spirits. That is very clever. Excellent build. Way to go, Glut. That's my boy. All right, Danto. Let's see what we got here. All right, we are looking at another Swarm build. A lot of Swarm builds in this segment. We've got the Unholy Trinity again with the Primal Warhorn, Skull of the Necrolord, and Devourer. Right here, this confuses me. If you're running Primal Warhorn, you would get more benefit out of 2 sets of Warhounds if you're going to plunk nature units in there. You'd get another at least 10 bodies. Even if you had level 10 Warhounds, that's 10 more bodies per point spent. That you could be getting another 8% per unit of attack power for your entire army. But here he's got these dire wolves that buff no one except themselves. Like there are no other nature units that are going to get any kind of buff from those dire wolves. So that's perplexing to me. I think he'd even lower level units, more chaos units, or even warhounds would be preferable to that. So that's the one issue that I see from this one right off the bat. We got some archers. Those are order, but that's fine. Still a good number of units in that. The cannoneer is apparently the only 2-point unit in this whole thing. So the rest of it's stacking a lot of bodies. But there's not a whole heck of a lot to protect in the back. The only thing to really protect is that cannoneer. And there's really no reason to have these plague bears in the way back, as far as I can tell. If anybody has an idea why those are there, feel free to leave those in the comments, but I've got nothing on that. So yeah, Risen Warriors to catch your Arcane Archers and any possible corner builds. But yeah, he's just looking for a nice push right from the beginning. The Cannoneer to help punch a hole, the Hammer Throwers and the Archers for a little bit of sustained DPS towards the end once that initial push happens, and the Blessed Bombbot to give it another refresh for another second wind for that initial push. Yeah, just a few issues that I personally have with this, but that's my opinion. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, my eyes pop. I start to turn some stuff, and my Stormcallers reaching around, getting some good stuff. I've got his Cannoneer. His Cannoneer's mine for a little bit. We'll see if that amounts to a whole heck of a lot. But yeah, just running through the meat grinder. I think I've got this. We didn't even make it to the Devourer. So yeah, if he wanted to have a better chance of getting to the Devourer, let's look at that again. If he wants a better chance of getting to the Devourer, he's going to need more Chaos units, because those will spawn more skeletons, which will get you to the Devourer sooner. So apparently he didn't get enough units, even with a rank 2 Devourer, to make it all the way there. So yeah, but anyway, you know, we're not here to throw shade at anybody. We're just here to kind of analyze the strategy and be like, hey, this is what I do differently. And clearly he's doing all right. He's at rank 150, which is better than I was at 2 days ago by a long shot. Again, another note, we are running Ghostin's build. I'll provide a link in the description below. We took Ghostin's build that he posted for his rank 10 or top 10 build the other day, and we just bumped it up to the front line. He has stronger unit levels than I do, but it's worked out really well for me because I've gone up 200 points in the ranking. So props to Ghostin for that. Please go watch his video, because it's impressive to see what he's up against and what he's doing with the same build. All right, so let's have a look. Let's get our unit levels. There we go. Okay, we have something different. Thank you. All right, we have Lily with a banner, a Crown of the Lightbringer, and the Pendant of Everlasting Winter. So the banner is aimed at helping this Arcane Archer, which you see behind the crown, the Mind Corruptor, and there may be another Arcane Archer hiding somewhere behind the scenery. But the Hammer Throwers will get a benefit from it too, but they're kind of a secondary or tertiary priority on that. The RDs, they're meant to hold the line and keep cranking all the day long until you hit Frenzy. And then the Pendant of Everlasting Winter is ideal for once you do hit that 20-second mark, it's going to give everybody a huge health buff. So between the crown and the pendant, you have a potential of I think 50%. We can pop over and look at, oh, we can't. Let's not do that. I think it's a potential of, between the two of them, 50% health buff. So all those RDs, as they start dying, they're going to be giving the RD buff to all their buddies, and then that 20 seconds is going to pop, and you're going to get that extra 20% health. So in addition to the 30 that you've already got. So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. We've got Drummer and a Brute to kind of help push forward. Solid build. Looks great. Let's see how we do. Okay, my eye, I only got one eye in range, it looks like. Yeah, the other eye's hidden up there behind my toe. So I'm starting to slowly work my way in there, but his Mind Corruptor just took my Paladin, so that's problematic. I'm not sure if he's got Execute on any of these RDs, but that might come in handy. I've lost some of my ECs. Okay, now... Okay, I got his Mind Corruptor. So we're making some progress here. And again, you see those eyes popping from units that were mind controlled by the Mind Corruptor, so it does not have to be from the eyes themselves. It can be any unit that mind controls. So yeah, I didn't see anything particularly wrong with that build. It looked pretty solid. It's just sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Again, we're not here to throw shade, we're just here to kind of analyze. Okay, rock cocoa. Let's see, unit levels, there we go. Okay, ooh, okay, so we got 2 frost traps up front. The higher the level of the frost trap, the bigger the radius of the freeze explosion. And then we've got 2 level 10 assassins, and we have 2 sets of direwolves, 2 druids, and 2 untamed beasts. So apparently 2 is the number today. We've got 2 of everything, and I'm not sure if there's anything hiding behind the scenery, but I think we've accounted for all the army points. The combo here is fantastic because the assassins kind of have that initial burst and then they're gone. He's already using 2 construct units up front, which do not count towards the toe threshold. So he's got 8 bodies in the direwolves, the 2 bodies of the untamed beast, the 2 druids. So once those assassins kind of burn out and some of the direwolves die, you're going to get a big heal, potential of 70% heal, I believe, from the toe. And the untamed beasts are going to be just shredding things to pieces. The Pendant of Everlasting Winter is great for knocking out a monster hunter if it comes down to that. And the freeze traps do great for that as well. So he's kind of accounted for some of his major counters with those things, and those druids are going to keep him cranking for a while. 2 level 11 untamed beasts. That is, I'm jealous. Wow. Okay, so let's see how we do. All right, my eyes catch a wolf, and there goes my drummer, oh, okay, there goes everything. I was gonna say there goes the Stormcaller, there goes the Cannoneer, but yeah, there went everything. Okay, that was savage. I just got my butt handed to me. Way to go, Rococo. I'm gonna go crawl into a corner and just cry for a minute. Okay, this will be our last video, and then we'll call it until after the patch. Oh, hold on. We are gonna have to rewind this. Okay, so let's see how we got here. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce this name. Greetsdamisgabu, or Jabu, Jebu, something, whatever your name is. Okay, here we go. We have a bubble. We've got our snow globe build. There is a barrier monk. You can see the head just above the mind corruptor. And then we've got a cannoneer. We've got an arcane archer. And then you'll see this all the time. There's a set of hammer throwers and a set of archers. And then we've got our thorn guards up in the front with the battle drummer. The battle drummer, they usually can tag that onto the mind corruptor, and that keeps it within range to give the thorn guards the buff, but slightly more sheltered because it's further back. So you get the benefit of it without putting it in as much danger. So that's an excellent move there. This is where your plague bearers are good in the back because there is actually something to protect. A lot of the other videos we looked at, they were just there for no particular reason, and we don't know why. I don't see any arcane archers, but there might be something tucked away there. I don't know if we've accounted for all our army points. Okay, there's a ton of frenzy units, so the banner is excellent for once you get to that frenzy, they're gonna usually carry the day for you. So the mind corruptor, cannoneer, arcane archer, he's got a good complement there. There is, as far as the crown, the only things that are really getting buffed from that are the thorn guards. Well, and the hammer throwers and the archers, they will get the heals from it, but the health bonus doesn't really matter much. They just die so fast anyway. But the thorn guards, I think, is where he's really going to get the bang for his buck out of that crown, because they get a percentage base of their health, and they've got a pretty substantial health pool. Not to mention that their health is going to go down very slowly with that drummer attached. So this very solid build. We see these mind corruptor snow globes all the time, and we see them for a reason, because they're very effective. So let's see how I fare. Okay, my eyes are catching a couple units in the back, but now that bubble, that barrier monk, is shielding everything. Oh, okay, he's got my cannoneer, my paladin's down, my ECs just shredded themselves on the thorn guards, and we're toast. So we're gonna end on a low note. I just got my butt handed to me twice in a row. But again, it's not about me winning or losing. We're here mostly to look at what these people are doing in this kind of higher end bracket. This is kind of where I've settled is in the 130 to 180 range for this season. So we'll see where I end up next time. Thank you for watching. We had a great time. Let's just have Rococo play, and we'll have him shred me while I'm saying goodbye. But thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing what we can do with the patch changes. There's a lot of changes to the condition artifacts. So look forward to that. If you got some suggestions for things you want me to try, please feel free to submit them. And thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. We'll have some more content for you soon.